Hello folks, Dave Schulke here with the Twin Home Experts. We're here to show you how to cut and replace that cast iron pipe. So let's get right to it. All right, folks, so here I am. I wanted to go ahead and take a moment and show you the before. This is the only drawback with cast iron, especially if it was installed about 40 to 50 years ago. Cast iron typically has a lifespan of about that, depending on where the cast iron came from. But as you can see right here, look at this, completely just split. Look at this. So what we're gonna do is replace all of this, and then we're gonna go ahead and reconfigure the piping coming down with proper fittings, proper slope. So let's go ahead and take you outside and show you some of the things that you're going to need. All right, folks, so here we are. These are the fittings that we're going to need to take care of this job, but more importantly, you're going to need what we call snap cutters. This is the type of tool that's been around for, gosh, over 50 years. This is the tool that does a great job with snapping and cutting the cast iron pipe. Then you're going to need no-hub couplings that are approved, along with some strapping material. This is called plumber's tape. And then also a reinforcement safety plates. Nails don't go in through the pipe. And then what we use is a impact drill 5/16 bit. What this will do is this will go right inside. Just a quicker job when you have this type of tool. And then again, the fittings. And then we definitely need pipe. So this is 3-inch cast iron. So let's go ahead and get our master plumber in, and let's start getting this replaced. See, the first thing we're doing is loosening up the bands, so we're able to remove this horizontal cast iron pipe. But sometimes it's easier just to get a razor knife and just cut the rubber seal. As you can see, we've removed the old rubber no-hub couplings, is what they're called. All right, now moving downstream, we've got to get rid of these couplings as well. All right, folks, so there's the old cast iron pipe here. And you can see it just cracked right at the top. All right, folks, so now that we've removed all of the old cast iron pipe and fittings, we're ready to install the new cast iron pipe. So one thing to consider is always start from where the water's flowing to. So you start here and work your way to where you're going to connect downstream. And the reason why, if you work the other way, you may end up too high over here, not able to make that connection, giving you proper fall. So again, always start with where the flow is and make your connection downstream. So that's one very important tip to consider. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start right here. We're gonna put in a 45. I'm gonna show you what that looks like right now.
Go ahead.
All right, folks, so we're gonna go ahead and remove the rubber seal. Go ahead and put it on your first connection, which is on this 45 here. I like to kind of open it up a little bit too. Makes it easier to get the fitting on. Then you want to do is slide the band over. Now be mindful of, you're gonna need to get a wrench in, so if you have it like this, or sometimes on the top, it makes it easier, more accessible if you're aware of that. So with this application, we'll put this on the top. So slide this like that. Slide it all the way back, so that way you have flexibility in this rubber here. So now let's go ahead and grab the 45. This is our 45 here. So what you want to do is just kind of put it in one side, and then you can just slide it in like that. The other thing I forgot to mention is you're going to need a level. A level, and what that does, it allows you to make proper slope. You want this to be at a 1/4 inch per foot so you get plenty of fall. So we're going to put a level on this to make sure we've got the proper grade. There you go, like that. Now we'll line this up. I like putting my hand right here, squeezing it so it doesn't move while you tighten it up. You want to tighten one side first. You got to be careful with the impact wrenches because sometimes they'll break the band. So you might want to consider using a torque wrench, and that'll give you the indication as to when it's perfectly tight. But as you can see, we're firm there. All right, so as you can see, this is kind of diving this way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a 16th bend, which is this fitting right here. We'll put it on the end of this 45, so that way we can get our position this way, and again, slope it at a 45. We're gonna match up again the top of the coupling and match the top of the other no-hub coupling. This is a little tight because you got this plate strap in, but there we go. And again, just slide the fitting inside the coupling, just like that. And then we'll get your level here. Make sure it's at least plumb there, just like that. All right. Ready to put the no-hub coupling on. Sometimes when they don't slip over, you may have to loosen them up a bit more. That opens up the band. There we go. Again, you see how they're nice and straight. It just looks better when the job is completed. Hold that together. Quick tip here, when you're putting a piece of pipe between a fitting and a fitting, what you want to do is take your rubber coupling like that, and then you want to fold it back, just like that. And you fold it back, leaving the seal up against the pipe. You can see there. Now, our measurement was 58 1/4. If you don't have much room, what you might want to do is go ahead and take off anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. That way you can slide the pipe in. So let us go ahead and show you what that looks like. All right, folks, so what we're going to do is we're going to measure from end to end. So that's our connection over there to right over here. And as you can see, we're about 58 1/4, okay? So 58 1/4. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut our 58 1/4, and then what we'll do is we will deduct for the rubber, and we'll come back to about 57. 58. We'll go 58 because we have plenty of play, so we'll go 58. So that's going to be right here. So let's go ahead and cut that. All right, the first thing you want to do is get your snap cutters. You want to open this all the way, okay? Once you open that all the way, then you go ahead and wrap the chain and grip it to the snap cutters like that. We'll double check our measurement. See, the chain here is lined up with this. We're going to slide this back a bit. And we're right at 58, so we're ready to cut. All right, now we've got one end of the pipe. We're going to go ahead and fold coupling back. Just like that. Then what we're going to do is slide the no-hub coupling, the metal part, over that so we can connect it to this side here. All right, folks, well, we're ready to make the connection here. So we'll line the pipe up with the coupling. Once you line it up, then what we can do is fold the rubber coupling over the pipe, just like that. And you can kind of adjust it. You'll feel how this is smooth all the way around. There's no gaps or anything. Once you get that set, then again, slide your no-hub band over the rubber again. Line it up. And again, we want to line all these up so it looks professional, just like that. And let's grab our torque wrench, or in this case, our drill, and screw these down. All right, folks, so as you can see, we got plenty of slope. No-hub couplings are all lined up. So we are ready to run water and make sure that we have no leaks. All right, folks, so now what we're going to do is we're going to offer some more support. We're going to use a roll of plumber's tape and some screws. We're going to wrap it around. Snug it. And then again, another screw at the top plate here. And all this is going to do is offer more support, especially with a lot of water. You want to provide plenty of support. And as you can see, way more peace of mind. You never have any issues. You can see what we did here too, folks, is before it was just 245s, but what we did is we installed a clean out here. And what this is, if rainwater, if it ever got backed up out here, all the water is going to discharge outside versus going up on the roof or causing any potential water damage in this hallway here. So it's important, if you can install a clean out, this is good to maintain and clean the line, as well as if there's ever a backup, you'll get the water coming out of here. A little tip here that I strongly suggest that you consider when you're doing any type of drainage, whether it's sewer or anything. All right, folks, well, there you have it. Hopefully this helped give you some insight on how to cut and replace cast iron pipe. Hey, make sure you leave us some comments, thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks, folks.